Man accused of stalking, threatening Caitlin Clark arrested in Indianapolis. A Texas man who allegedly sent sexually violent messages to Indiana Fever superstar Caitlin Clark has been arrested. According to a January 13 article from Matt Christy of FOX 59, a Texas man sent sexually violent messages from his ex account to Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark and then drove to Indianapolis, court documents reveal. The man has now been arrested. This report was released at around the same time as Sarah Nelson of the Indianapolis Star released an article that added, the Marion County Prosecutor's Office announced Monday a stalking charge against Michael Lewis, 55, after an investigation into the messages. Officials said detectives learned the messages were sent from an IP address in Indianapolis, specifically a hotel Lewis was staying at in the 100 block of North Market Street. Indianapolis police contacted Lewis on January 8 about the messages, to which Lewis said it was an imaginary relationship. Nelson later wrote, if convicted, Lewis faces 1 to 6 years in prison and a fine of up to $10,000. Prosecutors have filed an order requesting Lewis to stay away from Hinkle Fieldhouse and Gainbridge Fieldhouse where the Fever regularly play. Some of the messages Lewis reportedly sent Clark were detailed in the FOX 59 story, such as, been driving around your house 3x a day, but don't call the law just yet. Another one was, I'm getting tickets. I'm sitting behind the bench. Christie later writes, court documents reveal that police spoke to Clark. She told officers she became fearful since receiving the messages and even altered her appearance while in public. Clark said she became very concerned for her safety after learning Lewis was in Indianapolis, he added. Christie went on to write, when police confronted Lewis on January 8, he downplayed his messages and told officers he was in Indianapolis on vacation. When asked why he posted about Clark so much on X, Lewis again downplayed it and said, just the same reason everybody makes posts. Despite traveling to Indianapolis, Lewis claimed his messages to Clark were just an imagination, a fantasy-type thing, and a joke. He claimed they weren't threatening despite their graphic, violent, sexual nature, it added. Yukon Husky star Paige Buchers dealt with something similar to Clark in 2024, where a man was accused of stalking her after he traveled to Connecticut in the wake of making concerning social media posts. The man, identified as a 40-year-old man named Robert Cole Parmalee, pleaded guilty to second-degree stalking Buchers in December.